Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel. Guys, Becca Scoops came out with the part 5, the timeline, guys, the timeline. So I think that a lot of us are now like thinking the same thing. You know, we all know basically that the Munchausen by proxy was just an alibi for Gypsy to get out of jail for free card. That's what that was. We saw the interrogation with Gypsy and Nick and how Gypsy threw Nick under the bus by lies, and how Nick was pining over Gypsy and how bad he felt and how he missed her and how he was worried about her, and how she was flirting with a police officer and telling the police officer about all these great trips she took with her mom as she pranced around Disney World and things like that, or Disneyland. Guys, so Becca Scoops, here's a theory that I never thought of that Becca introduces, and she calls it the dry run. So, do you remember when a lot of us had said that, you know, Gypsy had invited Nick to meet her for the first time and bought Nick the bus ticket to come and see her at the movie theater where they had X for the first time, right? And she was dressed in her Cinderella outfit with the yellow wig and the crown while they were in the bathroom. Picture that in your head. Imagine that. You go and meet the woman of your dreams and she's literally dressed as Cinderella, right? And you have Down and Dirty inside the bathroom in the theater. It's just, you can't make this up. Anyway, so Becca Scoops seems to think that was a dry run for Gypsy to make sure that Nick could get it there and follow directions. I never thought about that. I thought that the purpose of that was for Gypsy to make Nick believe that he was the one that took her virginity, so that he would think that he has this protection towards her because she's almost sacred, like he deflowered her, so he's got to kind of look out for her because, you know, Nick's always claimed to be honorable, and his actions, the actions in his own mind have in his mind been honorable, even unaliving Dee Dee. Now here's one thing that we already knew, that Dee Dee had liked Nick. Remember, I kept showing the picture of Nick and Gypsy at the movie theater, and Dee Dee took that picture. But what was chopped out of the interview was something had changed that night to ruin it for Nick, and he didn't know what it was that made Dee Dee's opinion of him change, because it happened after he had gone. So what did Gypsy say? Or was Dee Dee just faking it? But according to Becca Scoops, no, because there was a tabloid magazine with Dee Dee bragging about the love that Nicholas had for her daughter. And according to Nick, that picture that I keep putting up, yeah, this picture, Dee Dee took this picture. So why would she take a picture and give it to them if supposedly she was all against it and couldn't stand him? I don't understand that. So, and I'm sure that he was much more appropriate than Dan, who we knew about Dan. We knew about Dan Glidewell. You know, Becca is very clinical. Her videos are fantastic. I don't need to tell you guys that. They're precise. They're non-emotional. They're filled with information. The production is good with them. Everything is good with them. She was a registered nurse, I think, and her partner, who she talks about but doesn't seem to talk in the video, who does some of the work, apparently is a detective or a homicide detective. So I like the way that they present the case and the information, and I like the way, in all honesty, I like the way everybody presents it. Everybody has a different way of looking at this. Here's the thing, everybody's looking at it. So Gypsy, the math isn't in your favor anymore. People are starting to realize, whoa, this was an insult to our intelligence. There's nothing wrong with this girl. There was never anything wrong with this girl. Even when her mom was alive, she was in on the con. That's what the consensus says by the people that knew her. They saw her walk and knock on somebody's door and ask for a ride to go see her so-called boyfriend, who was 15 years older than her, who was going to take her away. Here's the thing about Gypsy. Gypsy has super hypersensitive sexuality, and she has shown that before she even got incarcerated. So the fact that, I really have to wonder what Ryan thinks now. If Gypsy was still manipulated, like he says, taken advantage of, manipulated in that relationship with Nick. I don't think he thinks that anymore. Like, come on. And here's another thing. I just want you guys to think about it. You don't think that there's one sliver of doubt, not one sliver of doubt in Ken's mind or Ken's mom's mind about the safety of the grandchild? With everything that's going on with Gypsy, all of the serious stuff to the less serious stuff, but all one lie after another lie after another lie after all behavior that screams, watch out. Now, do you really think that a grandmother isn't going to worry about their grandchild, with Gypsy Rose being the mother of that child? You really think they're going to sleep at all at night, worried about their grandchild's safety? And Ken, are you serious? You really think your child's 100% safe? You would bet all your money and your family's lives on that? You better think again. You better think again. Here's somebody that you know tells untruths. You've seen the red flags. You've been a result of those signs. You thinking that you are the special one that she is not going to hurt or not going to lie to tells me how ignorant you are, Ken Euchre. Guys, this behavior doesn't go away. This is behavior that can't be stopped. First of all, Gypsy doesn't see anything wrong. In her mind, everybody's agreeing with her. In her mind, she thinks everybody's on her side. Remember that time I showed you guys the example of an exercise in junior high school with me, where a teacher wrote down the word dirt on a piece of paper and put it on the ground and said, step on it, and the kids got up and stepped on it. And then she put down the word smoke or something else, and she said, step on it, and they stepped on it. And she put down a few more words, and everybody stepped on it. Then she put down the word God, and nobody stepped on it. And the reason why is because in our mind, God is the Almighty, and we don't want to do anything to piss him off. Now, for those people that are atheists, the word God is just a word. You see how the difference is? If what we think, if we give power to what we think, then it gets all the power. If we don't believe it, it's not there. It's of no existence. Gypsy Rose doesn't see, or doesn't want to see, or doesn't believe, or doesn't give any power to the naysayers that say, look out, that's bad news. She's a bad news person. No, bad news, that one. Right? She doesn't see that. She doesn't act on that. She doesn't see that, because in her mind, she did everything right. Everything's right. And that's what she believes. So there is no changing her creed. But there ain't no way in hell, Ken, that I think you're sleeping next to her and you don't have one eye open. Or when she wakes up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night because of the pregnancy and the pressure on her bladder, that you're not like making sure there's nothing around that she's going to come back to bed with. And the safety of your child, are you 100% sure? Look at what she's done to these people. Look at what she's done to everybody she's touched. Look at what she did to Ryan. Now that's right in your rearview mirror, Ken. And what makes you so special? Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. There's over 10,600 of you, or 10,700 of you now. Unbelievable. Our community, it's amazing. And guys, don't forget, August 2nd, it's a Friday, 12 noon, Toms River, New Jersey, the courthouse lawn. Justice for Corey. The sentencing of his monstrous DAD, Christopher Greger. And guys, please check out my community page. Go to my YouTube channel, right? Go to community, and you'll see a photo of Corey with the blue shirt and his hand up. Go to that, read that. There's a link there that will take you to Holly Jolly's page. For those of us that are going, that might need a ride, need some information, Holly Jolly can help us with that. And also those, please put up that picture of Corey from July 31st at night to the morning of August 3rd to show support to the Michelow family on all of our social media profiles in unison. That would be great support. And guys, we can write to the judge. There's a link, and it'll give you the judge's information where we could write to the judge and ask him to please, to the fullest extent of the law, throw the book at Christopher Greger, because that's what he deserves. Guys, don't forget, be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Always be kind. Always be yourselves, guys. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I'll see you next time.